Welcome back to a Dire Dominion. This is, can you guess it? Zentor. So, first off, I'm going to show you guys some footage from some recording I did earlier. I had enough to make an episode, but then I realized that the sound quality wasn't that great. And I like to give you guys the best. So, I'll give you some footage of what I was doing earlier, working on the potion room. And then I'll show you what I've done since then, and we'll go over a few things. Alright, let's check it out. Gunpowder here. Alright, let's try dumping off what we have first, so that we know that we're actually getting what we asked for. And I forgot to put the glowstone dust in here, so let me do that real quick. That's in this array. Oh man, did we dump it off? I think we did. Can we reach the chest? No. There it is. I love that you can do that. You can still edit a chest or anything, any kind of block that you interact with. You can still edit it even if you're floating away or you fell or whatever, as long as you hit it once. Okay, so glowstone dust. We have none on us. Yep, there it is. And of course, they'll be in every single one of those, so we'll get like 8 pieces. So more than enough to enchant several. Alright, redstone. There we go. Glass bottles. Excellent. And gunpowder. Pretty sure there's some in that. Yep, there it is. And then right here, we've already got nether wart rigged. And then we're going to have blaze powder and sugar, probably, or whatever. And then the rest of them will be over on this wall. So, I'll show you a progress report in just a minute. Alright, it looks like we're going to need more rows of dispensers. We've got glistering melons. I've went ahead and labeled all of them for the most part. Glistering melons is this row. Fermented spider eyes at these two pistons, or dispensers. Redstone, glowstone, gunpowder. This row right here is nether wart. That one back there is gas tiers. Those two back ones. These are sugar, and this entire U-shaped area is glass bottles. So I'm going to make another row here because we're going to need still magma cream, blaze powder. Actually, no, blaze powder will go where I'm standing. And probably regular spider eyes. So we'll probably need 2 or 3 more rows. I need to start collecting my thoughts, I think, because there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about. Good subjects, you know, like my history on Minecraft, things we've been involved in, and servers I played on and things like that. But you know, I get to recording and then it just kind of all goes away. So, and it is kind of hard whenever you start, you know, you're mining or you're caving or you're working on a project, especially like redstone or something, and you're trying to keep in mind how you're going to run wires or whatever you're doing, and it just kind of slips your mind. You know, you don't even think about it. But it is kind of difficult to keep up good banter while you're recording. As you can see, I have quite a bit of ender pearls, not on me, but I keep using them, especially with this project because we're having to jump up and down and stuff like that. That was interesting. I saw through the block there and saw a bunch of, I saw all of the like X-ray trick. You can see through everything because I was inside that block for a second. The reason why I have all these ender pearls right now is we completed our Enderfarm. James 91 and myself were working on it, and a lot of the people on our server contributed to it, gave supplies as needed, so we were able to complete it, and I will be showing it to you in this video for sure. Let's see, we're going to need to run ice on this layer right here. How am I going to do that? Actually needs to be a bit higher because it's not going to be able to be placed right here. So I need it to be about this level, the ice. I put ice underneath the water flows because items flow like way faster. Watch that, it's crazy. So I'm gonna have to collect some more ice from the ice base for that. But this will be a row. We need it 8 long plus 1 or 2, because it'll keep skidding on the ice for a couple blocks. So 1, 2, there's 2 there, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about right there. Can go ahead and place these dispensers though, so I'll go ahead and do that. I think it'd be really cool if we could place redstone upside down. That'd be pretty awesome. And this will be have to be open to place redstone on top of it. Alright, I'm going to cut it here and we're going to go to the end farm. In fact, I'm going to gear up and show you the path down to the end farm, because you get to see what we're going through. I've kind of tweaked my computer a little bit more so the frames FPS is actually quite a bit better, so recording isn't that bad. So maybe I'll survive down to the end world. Alright, so right here in our base we have I set up our own personal armory rooms, and then Scudzy came behind me and labeled them. My rank in our faction is Primarch. So Del Primarch Zentor, Del Resident Drunk Scudzy, the Queen Zelenette, the oh, that must be James. So this is where we keep, a solid set of potions. Oh, he's geared these out. So when we need to gear up real quick to go fight, we just come through here and put everything in there. So I'm gonna gear up and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, I'm decked out. I've got my smite sword, fire aspect, got some food. I'll probably need to grab some more. Protection 3, respiration 3, aqua affinity 1, protection 3, fire protection 4, fire protection 3, because there's lots of lava down there. Speed boost, because I have to run through that zombie spawner, and fire resist to make sure I don't get killed by that lava. So let me grab some food real quick and we'll be on our way. Wow, Scuzzy's really brought a lot over here. Let's warp to Sunwood. You see the cows floating in air above my house. Hello. That's right, I lied. I haven't cleaned this up yet. This is Ark's Sunwood house, and this is the entrance to the underwater city and also the path to the Endworld portal. I just want you all to know I'm really nervous because there is a lot of freaking zombies down here. This is actually, I'm just passing the choke point where the most zombies spawn. As you can see, they're all coming now. But I was actually lucky to go through there before they were able to spawn because of the speed 2 I've got on me. So actually, that was way better than it normally is. I was really lucky that time. All this was set up by the Lore Master Glyph, one of our senior admin. He's kind of the roleplay development admin. I've said it in other videos, but so yeah, here we are, the end. Let's get over here. So, try not to look at any ender fags, piss them off. What's up, guys? Way over here, there's a walkway going down. And then the ice path. And there's this trick that if you run over ice in a too high space and spam the spacebar, you go epic speeds. Which doesn't seem like I'm doing. Oh, there we go. I mean, look how fast that is. Freaking crazy. You see it coming up right here on the right. And this water is going to go all the way down the pathway eventually. And here we are. Got some chests set up, furnace set up. Over here we've got a lever. When it's up, it's XP mode. When it's down, it lowers that platform and it just automatically kills them when they fall. And you just run through here. Best to wear armor. Cheap armor if you can help it. Because if you don't wear armor, you get killed unexpectedly. Because like 2 hits from these guys will kill you. And it really usually only takes like a couple minutes, like 2 minutes at the max, to get to 30 levels if you're by yourself. So once again, thanks James and Ark and Scudsy for your contributions to make this Enderfarm possible. I'm sure everybody's gonna love it. Oh, do not glitch through the water. Okay. I'll be back in a minute, guys. It's happened, guys. The war has started in earnest. Those evil magic-loving bastards have finally just crossed the line. They've assaulted a city of non-magic users and murdered everyone there. The damage and destruction they wrought is just unprecedented. This, the noble city of Calgar, has been set ablaze. It's been looted and pillaged. And it's been by none other than the sons of Talona. The Lore Master has made his mark and declared a war. But it will not go unanswered. The Legion will fight this. We'll fight it in earnest. Poor Scudsy wrought all of this with his own hands, and they've destroyed it, burned it to the ground, forever marred it by their pestilence and magic. This means war. Minute. Okay, so these are the things that have happened since then. I'm not sure if I've shown you this or not, if it was part of the footage that I cut or not, but this is one of the rooms of our faction base, and our storage room is right there, and Scudsy has made us all armor closets. Or rather, I made the armor closets and he filled them. And I wanted to show you what he had put on these. We chose ranks on our faction, the Legio Contra Arcanum, which means Legion Against Magic for those of you that are not Latin speaking. My rank is Primarch, so he's called me the Primarch. He's supposed to be a Praetor or Praetor, which is in Latin it's the highest guard basically. But Scudsy chose his own rank. Zillinet, the Queen. Oh, they removed it, Sir James. Oh, you should have seen it earlier though. It was the Peon Fag, which was set by Scudsy. Anyway, and we've got ourselves kitted out so that when we're ready to fight, we can just put on our armor and grab up some potions and material. So I wanted to show you the end product of our potion room that I was working on for quite some time. You saw some of it already, but this is what it looks like when it's done. I used a monostable switch right here, connected to a T flip-flop so that when I walk over these pressure plates it acts like a button and it keeps power. And then when I walk over them again it flips it off. I don't have anything on me because I've been working on some plugins, but up here is all of the dispensers that have all the supplies that we need. You press any of these buttons, they're all labeled, and we get what we need. Go over it real slowly for you so you can read it. I'm not going to demonstrate for you, but that's what's up. And over here is our turn off lights. Our portal. But I was doing so much work over here I just couldn't stand the sound of the nether gate or nether portal. So I made some fire charges and hooked it to a dispenser so I can light it with a button and unlight it by having a dispenser pour water in and then pick it back up. But I'm not going to hit it right now because I don't have anything here to block it. So let me go grab a sign real quick and I will demonstrate that for you. There we go. So button, water pours, picks it back up, and it's off. Yay! Okay. So now I want to talk to you about some of the things I've done last night and today that Scudsy and I were talking a lot about, and came to a couple conclusions. The first one was iConomy is a wonderful plugin, don't get me wrong, but I've always been against fake money systems, even in real life, in the political scenario. But anyway, not to get on a tangent, but I don't want fake money. I like the idea we have an economy on the server so that whenever people aren't on they can still sell their items, but that's pretty much the primary use for it in my opinion. So I wanted to be able to utilize real items in the game as money, so I downloaded and installed the Gringotts plugin, which is an awesome plugin. You can use any item you want as a currency and set its data value. And of course I chose emeralds and reimbursed everybody on the server for a ratio of 1/10 of whatever their denarii was before this plugin was installed. So for instance, this is Scudsy's. I put it in his chest. And I went all around Sunwood. Show you real quick. Giving them emeralds based on whatever they had. Sin had the most because the LCA bought most of his diamonds in preparation for the war, and I left everybody a sign that says something like this. So he has something like 900 something diamond or emerald there, and it's locked, which I don't think I added him to this. I need to. Oop. There we go. So now he can open it as well as me. So everybody has emeralds at your house for whatever you had in your bank account prior to this plugin. So I removed iConomy and cleared everybody's accounts and installed that. Another plugin that I installed, which is very handy, is the PvP reward system. Alright, now stick with me on this. Basically, how it works is if you kill somebody, you have a chance, a percentage, to gain money from their account. Okay? I'm just thinking because in this war, I mean, yeah, we could steal their loot, although I'm not entirely for that idea, at least not all of it. So I came up with this idea. We found a good plugin that would work for it, and it's called PvP Reward. And it's completely configurable, but we chose the karma system that is integrated in it. And basically how that works is everybody has a karma point, and every time you kill a player you gain 2 karma. If you get up to 50, which is the level at which you become an outlaw, and it shows it in the server chat, then every time you get killed over 50 karma points on you, you will definitely lose money. You have a 100% chance of losing money to that player. And it's a percentage of how much money you have on you, which I have not completely configured yet, until you get under 50 karma points. And every time you die, you lose 1 karma point. So if I keep killing people past level 50, every time I die, I'm only losing 1 karma. So if I've killed 10 people past 50 and I'm gaining 2 each person, I'm up to 70. I'll have to be killed 20 times to get below the outlaw range. So keep that in mind. I'll explain it further on the forums and in game if you need. Another thing, because of the new Gringotts system, I recommend you change the price on your chests. Scudsy's already started with his. So for instance, his steak, which was selling for, I can't remember, like a denarii each, he's now doing it 0.1 emeralds. So you can buy 10 of these for 1 emerald. You can still buy individual amounts, but you won't actually lose the emerald, I believe, until you've lost, or until you've basically sold a whole, or bought a whole emerald's worth of items. If you do slash money though, it will do to the decimal place, for instance. Wow, I'm poor. Getting to that, if you do slash money, it counts all the emeralds currently in your inventory, which I have none right now, and any emeralds in one of your vaults. Now, to create a vault, let me go over this with you real quick. You need a chest or a dispenser. I haven't tested these out yet. Or a furnace. Oops. I'll fix that in a minute. So I haven't tested the chests out, or the furnaces out, but we'll test that right here. So you place a chest, and let me grab some emeralds real quick. Actually, we'll do it like this because I can show you something interesting with that. Oops. Okay. Place a chest, put a sign above it, and just write open bracket, vault, close bracket. And that's it. And Gringotts will detect that that's your vault, and that is now basically your storage, your bank account. Okay? And it basically registers you to have your own account. And now any emeralds that you put in here will be counted as part of your money. Which, by the way, as I told you, even if they're in your inventory, it's still counted as your money if you do slash money. I have 10.99. 0.99 because even though I don't have any emeralds on me or in any chest, I apparently bought something, so it's taken it out of my inventory, but it's still in my account. I have 0.99 emeralds, but they don't want you to have duplicated items, so that's how that works. So now I put these in the chest, and I do slash money again. Still have 10.99. You can set up double chests if you want. That'll still work. Oops. And you can have as many of these as you want. Also, if you have a faction, you can have faction vaults too. I've yet to figure out if you can use or link your faction account to a sell shop, for instance, but we'll check on that eventually. Now let's test a dispenser, because I have not used one of those yet. I sign 2. And by the way, they're still using the LWC locking plugin too. So this chest is actually still locked. As you can see on the bottom, it says it's locked by you. So it is still automatically locked when you place them. I think dispensers are as well. Yes. So let's put some emeralds in it. Money. There you go. It's counting it too. And supposedly with furnaces too, although I'm curious to see how that's going to work. Wow. It still counts it. That's interesting. What if you can put them on the bottom? That's cool. Another thing to keep in mind, I need a crafting bench. There's one over here. Emerald blocks are not counted as currency, okay? So if I decide that I want to do it like this, do /money, it's going to say I have, I think, 1.99. Yes. 1 and then the 0.99 that I have somewhere, basically. So this is not counted as currency. Even if I put it in one of my vaults, it's not seen. The plugin doesn't work with emerald blocks. Alright, so that's how that's working. Another thing, although I just reviewed it in my last video, I've had to turf the cell shop up in the tower. Reason for this is, I'll move these later. I don't have a pick on me. The reason why I've gotten rid of the cell shop in the tower is because up until now, using QuickShop, I didn't know how, if there is such a thing at all, I don't know of one, I didn't know how to set it so that it's owned by somebody else besides myself. I mean, I could set it to one of you guys, but then, you know, you'd have to have millions of denarii all the time and it wouldn't be fun. Which is why I got rid of it, because it's no fun for me whenever you guys are selling stuff at the shop and I have to carry around, or I have to have millions of denarii in my account in order to, you know, keep you guys from busting the bank or whatever, metaphorically. And now we're using an actual physical emerald currency, you have to have those emeralds somewhere. So I've gotten rid of that shop, and now if you need to sell material, raw material, I've set up an open air market right here. I built this a little while ago, and I set up a few NPCs, and you can trade with these guys. These guys only buy, they do not sell items to you. And I'm going to add a few more eventually, but these guys are here right now. So if we right click on them, you can see their inventory. This doesn't really need to be here. This is, if they were selling items, they'd be right here, and you can just click on the item and bring them out. Like for instance, click on it. It says down here cobblestone isn't being sold here, so you cannot take this out of his inventory. Okay, and it will only let you put into his inventory what he actually is set up to sell. I, for instance, cannot sell him emerald because he's not buying emerald. He is buying cobblestone, dirt, sand, sandstone, bricks, grass blocks, other raw materials, and you can actually ask him what he's selling by hitting, after you've selected him, right clicked him, you can do /trader /list. Oh. /trader /list buy, because he's buying. You can see what he's selling too, but I haven't set up anything, and he's probably not ever going to sell anything, so he's just buying. /trader /list, or buy /list. And that is what he's selling right now. He's selling, or buying, obsidian for 0.05 emeralds, cobblestone for 0.01 emeralds, etc, etc, etc. You can see that. And it's one of two, so you can hit, I think, /trader buy /list 2. No. Let's see real quick. Oh, list buy 2. There we go. That's the rest of his items he's buying. Teresa over here is buying food. This guy, I haven't configured him yet. Miner Maurice, he's going to be selling or buying coal, charcoal, maybe some picks and things, anything that's mining related. I'll have a weapons guy and probably a couple other guys. And I've got a little bit of information as to how to interact with them right here. Okay, what else? Oh, I didn't show you this. So this is how you would sell to these guys. And this is the one drawback of this system that I've found so far, is that when you want to sell to them, I need something to sell to them, like dirt, Actually, let's do a couple more to show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so I go over here, I drag this into his inventory. Actually, I don't have to drag it, you just double click it and it sells one. The one drawback is if you have stacks and stacks of items, you're going to have to sit here a while because you have to double click it to sell it. So I can't sell 60 at a time or stacks at a time or whatever. So that does suck, but I mean, at the same token, you have to do things like that in order to trade, to do big bulk trades with the NPCs in the villages too. I also have it set up now that if you hold tab, you can see everybody's name and they will be color coded by what rank they are. So Laserface is a peasant, so he's white. I am an admin, so I'm red, I believe. I'm colorblind. So I think barons are green, lords are blue, kings are purple, and so on and so on. So if you hold tab, you can see that there, or you can type /list and see who they are and what their ranks are called. Admin, Zentor, peasant, Laserface. And one last thing to tell you about the PvP reward system is that you cannot teleport out of a battle if you're battling a player. If you do try and teleport, like using the warp command or /home command, then you'll be denied and you'll lose money. This is basically to prevent people such as magic users that are flying around all the time and then actually start taking damage from just warping away. So I believe that this is good for fairness, for the fairness aspect, and for overall good RP. So I'm going to check to see what we've got so far for this video, and I might cut it here. If I do, I thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. It really makes me want to do more by having you guys subscribe and view my videos. And as always, thanks for watching.